Welcome to TDS Online Math. Alright, we are given 81 exponent sine squared x plus 81 cos squared x equals to 30. So we have to find all the solutions for x. Okay, so let's take this step by step. Okay, now we have equal bases here, 81, 81. But the problem here is the sine squared x, then cos squared x. They are unequal here. But we know from the trig identity that sine squared x plus cos squared x equals to 1. Okay, so knowing this one will help us get a common exponent here. Okay, now you can choose to make one the subject here and substitute here or there. Okay, so let's pick sine squared x. So we have sine squared x here. We can make this one the subject, then substitute it here. So I can say sine squared x is the same as 1 minus cos squared x. Okay, so going back to the question, where you see sine squared x, I'll put 1 minus cos squared x there. So I have 81 exponent cos squared x equals to 30. Okay, now we have a common terms here. Okay, so we are working in terms of cos. All right, now in case we are given a raised to 1 minus x, the same as a raised to 1 times a raised to minus x, whereby this one will be a raised to 1 times 1 over a raised to x. Okay, so we can say 81 raised to 1 times 81 negative cos squared x plus 81 exponent cos squared x equals to 30. Okay, so we can say 81 times, so this one is same as 1 over 81 cos squared x plus 81 exponent cos squared x equals to 30. Now we have a common term here. Okay, we have 81 cos squared x and 81 cos squared x. So let a variable with that, let y be 81 exponent cos squared x. So going forward, you can say 81 times 1 over y plus y equals to 30. Okay, let's simplify this. We have can multiply through by that y, but then this one is the same as 81 over y. So multiply through by y, we have 81 plus y squared equals to 30y. Let's arrange it. y squared minus 30y plus 81. So this one is a quadratic equation. So we have cos 0 here. So 81, 27 minus 27 minus 3 y squared minus 27 minus 3y plus 81. What is that? Okay, so we can see that y out, y minus 27, and minus 3 out, y minus 27 equals 0. So we have y minus 27 in common, and the coefficients y minus 3 equals 0. So the first answer for y is 27 or 3. But we are not looking for y, okay? So this y will help us get the answer. Remember, we represented this one by that. So let's go back and substitute the answers. So the first answer for y is 27. We have 81 exponent cos squared x equals to 27. So let's perform this. And this is, so I'll change this 81 to 3 to the power 4 times cos squared x. And 27 is the same as 2 to the power 3. So we have 4 cos squared x equals to 3. So cos squared x, 3 and 4. Therefore, taking square root on both sides, give us x equals to, cos x equals to 3 on 2. Because this one is the same as square root on 3 on square root of 4. Okay. So don't forget your plus or minus. So the first answer here, cos inverse of 3 on 2 and cos inverse of minus 3 on 2. So we have calculator. Now this one will give us cos inverse on 3 on 2 is 30 degrees. Then the negative part will be 150 degrees. Okay, so let's look at the other option. So we are done with 27. Let's go to 3. So let's code this 3 to the power 4 cos squared x, the same as 3 to the power 1. Therefore, 4 cos squared x equals to 1. Cos squared x, 1 on 4. So my taking square root on both sides, my cos x will be plus or minus half. Therefore, cos half x is cos inverse of half. So cos inverse of half is 60. And also cos inverse of minus half is 120. Okay, so let's find the other solutions. Okay, so let's draw a quadrant. Okay, we want to find all the solutions. So we have the first quadrant, theta. So we have 180, 360 minus theta. Have 180 plus theta. So don't forget cast. Okay, so let's look at the first solutions. So we have 30 and 150. So cos is false here. So 30 will give us 330. Is for 30. Okay. Then 150, 360, 150, 0, 150, 350. Then 60, 300. Then 120, so we have 240. So all the solutions are, so we have 30, 60, 120, 240. So 150 before 240, 250, 300, then 330. All right, so that's that.